I'll give three examples. And there are many, many more than three, but I'll just give three. Now, Root Words, that's his name, Root Words. He didn't do the stream, but it don't matter because he's done other streams doing this. But in the title, you know, the premiere that he didn't do, the title was something like, Trump wants us to have $2,000, but Biden gave us $600. Hassan Campbell, the title he had was, Donald Trump demanded that Congress give Americans $2,000 for stimulus, but Biden only want $600. Yvette Carnell did a video titled, The Grinch Who Stole the Stimmy. Stimmy means stimulus. I had to look that up. It means stimulus. Yvette, like Hassan, Root Word, and many others, blamed Joe Biden for people being set to receive only $600. And Yvette didn't come straight out and say Biden did it. No, she's slicker than that. She put it in this elaborate and intricate maze type of way that led to Biden. But Joe is not the president, okay? Same as the people who blame Joe for the Thanksgiving and Halloween shutdowns. You know, no mass gatherings. Even though Joe ain't the mayor or governor nowhere in this country to call those shots. Just like Joe ain't a senator or congressman and was nowhere in a negotiating room concerning this stimulus, but he gets blamed anyway. Gets blamed anyway. Meanwhile, the sitting president, the commander-in-chief, is absolved. That's the objective of this mindfuck, blaming Joe for it. Trump comes out on the ass end and says, I wanted you to have $2,000. And you dickheads get on here saying Joe and the DNC stole $1,400 from us. Biden was the Grinch in the Yvette scenario. We deserve $2,000. And you believe him. You believed him. That's what you're telling me. Yeah, that's what this is. You believed him. Not Yvette. Yvette know better. You know what else she know? She knows that y'all don't know better.
The president is now calling on his negotiators to put a stop to these talks. He tweeted, I have instructed my representatives to stop negotiating until after the election, when immediately after I win, we will pass a major stimulus bill that focuses on hardworking Americans and small businesses. Trump then goes on to say that he's asking instead for Republicans to focus on confirming his nominee for the Supreme Court, Amy Coney Barrett. We were trying to find out what was said on that call. Now we know President Trump saying no more talks on another stimulus bill until after the election. Guys.
All right, the implications are very clear. What we're showing right now, Elon, to viewers and to listeners on Sirius XM satellite radio, the Dow was up about 100-some points before this tweet came out. Now we were down about 100 points in the Dow. The market implications are very clear. There is no aid coming until possibly after the election. What exactly then is the next step? I mean, they're going to focus on the Supreme Court nominee, Elon, but what exactly can we expect with regard to what kind of talks can even happen at this point? Are they serious about being focused just on the confirmation of their Supreme Court nominee?
Well, I would imagine, Don, that this is a surprise to Democrats. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi is holding a conference call, or had been in the past few minutes, with her members to talk about where they were in these negotiations. And there were some reports that Democrats were even talking about possibly voting next week if a deal could come together by the end of this week. However, it seems like that is all now dead in the water.
That clip was from October, months ago. For months, he'd been stalling stimulus talks, but you folks don't see this as just another one of Trump's grandstands and spoiled brat routines. And how many times has this man stalled and stopped funds just because he couldn't get his way?
So they want $25 billion for the post office. They want $3.5 billion for universal mailing, $3.5 billion. And they're not going to do a deal that's good for the American people. Therefore, they're not going to get the $3.5 billion. Therefore, they can't do the universal mail-in vote. It's very simple. How are they going to do it if they don't have the money to do it? The bill's not going to happen because they don't even want to talk about it, because we can't give them the kind of ridiculous things that they want that have nothing to do with the China virus. It has nothing at all to do with China virus, much of what they're asking for. So therefore, they don't have the money to do the universal mail-in voting. So therefore, they can't do it, I guess, right? Are they going to do it even though they don't have the money? And remember, the new man, who's a great person, a great businessman, just got there a little while ago. The post office has been run poorly for many, many decades. Great people in the post office, incredible people, but they've had very bad leadership for many years, so we'll get it straightened out.
Too many times to count. That's how many times this man don't stop the funding just because he couldn't get his way. It's been a lot of time. And what was that, in 2018 when he stopped funding for something, and he did it in December? Had city workers panicking, wondering where their next check was going to come from. He said, you don't want to give me my wall money? Okay. The people starved then. Fuck them. Republicans just shot down that $2,000 as if Trump didn't already know they would. For months, he'd been trying to stop this thing anyway. And it was so beautiful and caring about how he felt bad for Americans that foreign countries are getting aid that should be going to us, as if none of that foreign aid was put in there by him. He got his people to put some of that foreign stuff in there, but gets on camera and tells y'all it's a gross miscarriage of justice. But y'all not going to go find out what I'm talking about. The same thing that endows and enables these pastors to lie to their congregations about what's in their Bibles. Ignorance. Taking people's word for it. That's why you believe this $600 is Biden and Pelosi's fault. Just like you blaming Biden for the vaccine, as if Operation Warp Speed is his and not Trump's. Look at what the Democrats did, as if they didn't have to negotiate this with Republicans. Y'all wash the red party's hands clean and pretend that the DNC can just write however much they want to on the check and we get it. What the hell wrong with y'all? Listen, even if you can't stand Democrats, you should still question why these folks would look you straight in the face and tell you a bold-faced lie. Biden did it. To distract you, and look you straight in the face and lie, point you in a different direction. Right? And no, I didn't mean you should question them, no. Question yourself as to why you'd even let them talk to you like that. Question why your disdain for the DNC runs so deep that you don't even care that these folks on here are lying to you. Question that.